Greetings, students. I had to redo this video. Hopefully I don't miss any pointers on this lesson. My cell phone storage is full. This is your professor, Dr. Murray, in lesson 2, discussing the pros and cons of being a published author versus a self-published author. And I know this camera kind of backward, but this is my book, Your Potential. This was basically my dissertation made into a book. It's a metaphysical type book. It's going to using the powers of your words, the compass things, NLP to basically overcome limiting beliefs. Alphanumeric, which is a book that discusses the meanings of your first name using your letters. The letter of your first name, kind of like numerology. For example, if your name starts with an A, that's number 1, that's the first letter. Meaning people names that start with A are natural born leaders. But that book had a little more detail on it. Interrogation of the Fire Service is a book because I've been in the fire service for 24 years, a fire captain. I had passion about leadership and the things that were happening to fire departments, firefighters around the world, and I wanted to put it in book form in order to improve fire department leadership and just give firemen something to reference when they were doing research on fire department related issues. So, interrogation of the fire service, especially for firefighters or those in leadership. Family Tree is not a book that's available for purchase. This is a book of my 20-some years of research in my family history, genealogy, family photos, documents, and I don't want the information to get lost if something happened to me. So I basically put this in book form, got it printed, probably got 30 or 40 copies printed, pretty much put this book in every household in my family so that someone 50 or 100 years from now should have our family history. So this book is in every household in my family, and they have photos of my grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, their children, the grandkids. It's kind of like a family photo album, but it also has the family history in it. So this is not available for purchase. All other books are available for purchase. I started writing, I think around 2014. I think my first book was a poetry book. I didn't keep that book out long. I think I still got a copy of it, but it's not available for purchase. That was just personal. I tried to do that. I'm a self-help author. I had a colleague that was an author that wanted me to try to get into writing novels or novelettes, and it's not for me. I like real-time things. I like helping people. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to write something made up, a fictitious story to get people to read. I want people to read stuff that's real, that's going to help them in real time. So before this video get too long, over 10 minutes, let me go ahead and discuss the pros of being published. The pros is you're going to have a marketing team. They're going to have your book at every bookstore, Walmart shelves. They're going to have you on a radio station, commercials. They're going to have you on these famous TV shows. You don't have to do nothing but get up. They do everything for you. Downside is they're going to control what kind of book cover you have, what you got on your book cover, what's in your book. They can tell you if they don't like something, they want to add or take away. And that's going to take away from the genuine baby of your book. That book is your baby. They're going to take away from the your authentic self. It's going to be changed because they're going to alter your stuff. But they're going to do all the marketing for you and get your name out there. Self-publishing is the opposite. You have to put yourself out there. You have to get your marketing team, pay people. You got to do promotional videos. You have to use radio time. Hopefully you get a word of mouth, somebody on TikTok that sees your book, like your book, and talk about it, and then everybody go buy it, because a lot of people, I've seen that done on TikTok. So, but the good thing is you own almost 100% of your royalties. I don't think Amazon takes out, it's like the fee for printing the book, because these books are not just sitting on the shelf. These books are print on demand. So when you order that book, it sends it to Amazon's computer and it prints it out by the time people purchase it, unless it's an ebook. So, but you control what you put on your book, inside, outside. And you have the royalties, all the money. Okay, they send out checks or direct deposit once a month or even once every 3 months. Don't quote me on it. I think it's once a month. But you got full control. You can decide what you want to do with it. Delete it, take it off, put it back on, edit it. And we'll talk about editing later, because it's a really easy process when you're going through Amazon. The next lesson also, we're going to talk about the platforms you use, Lulu and Amazon. Those are two I'm going to talk about, because those are the ones I have experience with. I know there's other ones out there. I'm not going to talk about anything I don't know. So I'm going to talk about Lulu and Amazon, Kindle Direct Publishing, next lesson. So those are the benefits. You get 100% royalty. You can decide if you want to use the US dollar, UK dollar. You can decide your own pen name. You can set your price. All of that when you self-publish. When you publish, you almost have zero control. They just use the meat and bones of your book. They may go in there and change some things. They'll have their own editing company. And boom, they'll put it out there. Another downside is, excuse me, I've been dealing with a cold. The only downside is that those companies, they gonna try their best to have full control over what you do, and you just at the whims of them, because they putting all this money up. That's what you gotta understand. They putting all this money up, so it's a good thing. And the downside, that's what I was trying to get my thoughts together. It's very hard to get published. You may get denied 15 times. The person that wrote Harry Potter got denied, I think they said 30 times or plus. Now look at them now. They're one of the best-selling books of all times. That's a downside. You want to get published through a company, you're gonna go through hell. You gotta have emotional fortitude to go through that process. So be aware. But self-publishing, that's no denying. You get your book together, you do all the hard work, the meat and bones, you submit it, almost the dimensions, the frame, everything is lined up. You decide how you want it, you submit it, you go through it like a little checkpoint, and Lulu or either Amazon, they're gonna send you an email saying your book is available for purchase. That's it. You're a self-published author. The downside is you might have 100 different authors in the genre that you are publishing your book in, like a self-help genre. You know, you may be way down the bottom of the list. You got to find a way to get your book up by a sale or put your name out there. Hopefully, people talking about it, word of mouth. You're doing some kind of marketing on Facebook, TikTok, get your book out there. So those are some pros and cons. Next lesson, we'll talk about using Lulu and Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing to self-publish. Thanks for looking at the video. Like, share, comment. If you got any questions, please put it in the comment section. This is Dr. Murray, your professor, teaching you how to write a book in lesson 2.